So again, women chose to do that. We didn't have to take those structures up.
Okay, so we kind of were forced to. That's another.
No, we were not, ma'am. No.
We were not forced to. If you weren't going to get a check if your husband was in the house and you had to provide for him and the kids, we absolutely were forced to take the government.
That's a false narrative. That's a false narrative. First,
paint me the real one, please.
No. Okay, so I will back it up.
Were black women forced to give up their men for government assistance, government dependency, welfare, WIC, and just basically living in poverty? That is the question we are going to be answering on today's episode of Not a POOKIE podcast right here on the Black Non-Democrat YouTube channel. And if you're finding my channel for the very first time and you enjoy content like this, please be my guest and hit that like button so someone else can enjoy the content as well. Get that algorithm percolating, people. Look, that is a great title. That's one of the best titles I've titled ever in life. You know what I mean? Because it makes you think, were they really forced to do this? This lady that we're going to be watching today, she said black women were forced to do this because, I guess their men wasn't doing what they had to do, and, and the 1960s came around and, the government came knocking. And a lot of things happened back in the 60s and the 70s that my mother broke down to me, that my aunts broke down to me, that a lot of older black women, when they come to Jesus moment and want to be real with you, they will tell you, they will sit you down and tell you exactly the ideology that came into the black woman's mind back in the day. You see? Now, was the man completely void of any responsibility and accountability? No, I don't think so. But what I can say is this. Society, I got this fruit flying around here, you guys. Don't mind that. I'm trying to just be professional here, but the thing keep on flying around. But the thing is, society holds men accountable, and I have plenty of videos, a plethora of videos, basically saying that the reason I started this channel is not because men aren't held accountable. It's because women aren't held accountable for the decisions that they make. You see, the thing is, men make just as many bad decisions as women, but we get held to a higher standard for some reason. We have a baby with a woman that we necessarily didn't like, and we still, hit that raw. Society lets us know that you better stand up and be a daddy. You better do this, because if you don't, you are the lowest of the low. You see? You down there with the pedos if you ain't taking care of your children, and they look at you like this. Society looks at you like this. So even if that man don't want to hold himself accountable, guess what? Society will. See, the women, they don't get held accountable for anything. They can have a baby and drop it off at the nearest fire station or hospital and walk away. The law is literally called ask no questions. Ask no questions. So you don't want, no questions are supposed to be asked. I mean, come on. Wow. And she could just go off and have a merry little time. Give away that responsibility and accountability for taking care of that child. The thing is, people, it's not about men not getting held accountable. It's about women never being held accountable. And today, we're going to see exactly what really happened in the 1960s. let's get this show started, man. Like I said, you guys, if you're finding me for the very first time, please make sure that you're hitting that like button, man. And if you really enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button and hit those bells too. Hit every bell, because a lot of people tell me that they just don't get these notifications. Wow, man, it's crazy how, a little channel like mine can just be shadow banned like shit. But anyway, we're going to keep it going. Now, people, I'm going to, chime in every once in a while, but this is a great conversation, and it's going to be a great show today. It's going to be a great conversation, and I pulled this clip from Pearl on YouTube. She's a white woman that goes hard, you know what I mean, for men's rights. But at the end of the day, y'all probably seen her around YouTube. I'm going to play this clip. And like always, I don't play people's clips all the way through. First of all, copyright infringement, and on top of that, this is an analytical channel right here where I give commentary. So at the end of the day, we jump in and out. I make points. I don't take a million years to make points, but we're going to get into it right now. Let's hear this lady talk about how black women were forced to give up their men for government assistance.
Came from a lack of fathers sitting their daughters down. To her point, she brought up a very good point. And I guarantee you, if
why?
this 80% of women had men, what do you mean why?
But why? Because there's incentive structures in place that allow women to take the father out of the home with no consequence. And women chose
historically,
to do,
absolutely.
And women in the last 100 years, or
absolutely.
since the 60s.
Yeah.
So again, women chose to do that. We didn't have to take those structures up.
Okay, so we kind of were forced to. That's another.
No, we were not, ma'am. No.
We were not forced to. If you weren't going to get a check if your husband was in the house and you had to provide for him and the kids, we absolutely were forced to take the government.
That's a false narrative. That's a false narrative. First,
paint me the real one, please.
No. Okay, so I will back it up. So if we go back into this, it is third wave feminism that actually caused this, and we talked about it earlier. I was talking to Pearl about it, about Cosmopolitan magazine and how they actually it made money to create in the black family structure specifically, because this is where the problem really lies in the world, in the US. I will say, I don't know how it is in the UK, but our family structure, they purposely destroyed our family structure because it made them money. We can go into even government welfare, government cheese. There was a surplus of farmers having cows. They needed to make money.
When this lady broke this down, I never even knew this until I watched what she's about to tell you guys. How, remember the government cheese, government bread and all of that, man? We never thought, like, where did this shit come from? Because the cheese was always hard, the peanut butter, it just said peanut butter. I remember this wholeheartedly, because this peanut butter tub of peanut butter was just in the cabinet. We never used it. Matter of fact, we did. Then, we put it on the bread and just tore the bread. But we never thought of, like, where these things come from. But she's going to explain to you guys that it was actually farms out there where they had to and I'm jumping in just because I never thought of it until I watched this clip.
Government grants and somebody needed to get this cheese, so to get this milk, get the food that they had a surplus in, or it would go rotten and these farmers would not make money. This is layered upon layers of layers that were systematic. So to say we did not have a choice, we chose greed. We chose a bag over a man. We chose to not have our children. We would rather have a bunch of money than have our children have a father in the home.
I disagree.
So we're not saying no. You have to know the history. This is proven facts.
You can't disagree with the fact. I hate when people say I disagree. No, this lady is actually speaking actual fact that you can literally go and look at this. You can look at it. You can look at this, people. Go right now. Pause this video and go to the CDC. Go to these websites. Go to reputable websites, though. Like, you can watch and you can't. Why? Look, when people present facts to me and I'm in my feelings, I swear, if you know me, everybody who knows me, y'all know I'm just going to shut up. I'm just going to be like, all right, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, cool. And if we in the comment section, you probably won't get another reply from me because I hate. I'm not about to, argue with facts.
No, men were not able to work and provide for their families. We were forced to take the government check.
That's false.
They couldn't stay in the house if they were there.
That's false.
Then how were they going to feed the children?
False.
And where was
the
it coming
children
from?
were fed. Women were greedy
because it was coming from the government.
No. Let's
but
get
if the
this
husband
clear.
was home, he wouldn't be employed.
Black women wanted to be like white women in the Cosmopolitan magazine. The woman who started Cosmopolitan magazine, the main editor, she is now a Catholic, and she repented from what she did. She said we were teaching women because we wanted all women to feel that we had a gripe with white men. And so, this is public knowledge. You look it up on YouTube.
She talked about it.
Yes, absolutely. They wanted black women to also be part of their movement in other races because it wasn't enough. The black woman and the black man had to stay together in the U.S. because it was the only way for us to overcome. What they did was with Cosmo, they lied. These were women that would say, you know what, this is a single woman, moved to New York. She's sleeping with different men.
And I told you guys about that feminist. This is the motto on my channel. Look, I am here to fight against the pushing and glorification of single motherhood onto the black community by the Democratic Party, because she's talking about the Democratic Party here. Democratic Party, feminism, and everybody or anything that goes against masculinity. At the end of the day, feminism got into our women's brains and made them think that they needed to fight a fight against us, that the white women was fighting against their men. And that whatever she say, that magazine, that lured a lot of our women in that mindset.
She has her life. She has her own money, her education. She's getting these jobs. These women were promoting promiscuity and living a certain lifestyle when they were all married. They were all lying and making up these people because it was supposed to be a fantasy magazine. But women were taken as gospel and real. So what happened is black women saw the white woman as pinnacle, because we're not going into colorism and all that. That's not what this show is about. But we saw the white woman as what to strive for as black women. We're saying these white women are free. These white women are independent. These white women don't need no man. I don't need mine. He's not doing enough. He's not good enough as a black man. And
I played videos where YouTube wouldn't even monetize it, so I took it down. I said, no, I'm getting paid for my work, you see. But I got videos, other videos too, where little black girls, 12-year-old black girls, are literally saying, nothing's wrong with single motherhood. I want to be a single mother. Ooh. I played that video of the teacher. She said she's have 8th grade girls and they just can't wait to be single mothers. See, it was passed down behavior over generations. Now this ideology is so prevalent and so normal in our whole society that if you speak against it, you look stupid. You look crazy. If you speak against single motherhood being bad, it's a bad thing. So when I upload my video, I have to wait. You guys, I have to wait for a human being to see this, because they program the algorithm to, when they see single mother or accountability or anything in the title, it automatically puts you in a negative. Like, we gotta look at your video. You see? You can't, but check it. If the video said young mother, young teen mom, struggling out here, vlog, and all of these teen mom channels, I bet they get their joint off break. They get their monetization off break. They don't have to wait for anything because it's all promoted. It's all pushed and it's all glorified in our community. And they've been doing this. Everything she's saying set it up to where everything I just said could exist.
When our entire lives, how we came out of everything we did in the U.S. was through the black man and black woman coming together. So we allowed these women and these corporations who wanted to make money off of our backs, and they knew that we had a insecurity about being dark, about being black, and we wanted to strive to the higher societies because white women were seen as the highest. So we think we want to be like white women, get our education, do this, do that. When those women were lying even to other white women, they were lying to us as black women. So then the government stepped in. There's whole documentaries about this on black history, and I mean, black historians will not refute this. This is what we all know as gospel in our communities. So what you're saying right here is black children, when we were being provided for, but it wasn't enough. We wanted to be like white women, and we had greed in our eyes. We had envy in our eyes, and we're like, I don't need no black man. I can do better. I can do bad all by myself. And so our children, it's a false narrative to say if our children were not eating. Our children were eating. We want it better.
And yeah, because the idea is
Damn! Say that, black woman. Our children were eating. We wanted better. Ain't nothing else I really need to say, you guys. I want you guys to capitalize on these gems I just dropped on you guys today. Go down in that comment section and sound off. And any woman or simp out there who want to challenge these words, let's meet down in the comment section. Or how about this? You come on the show. I told you guys I will love to debate single mothers. I will love to debate simps. I will love to debate anybody. And we going to do it live on the show where you ain't got time to look at your phone. We're going to do it live, baby. Because y'all come to the comment section all the time telling me I'm lying. Where you get that from? It's false narratives. Yourself, Dutch. No. These are facts, man. Y'all go down in the comment section. Appreciate you guys coming to Not a Pookie podcast today. And on top of that, like I said, you guys, if you're feeling this content, please go ahead and bless me with a subscription. Subscribe, baby. Subscribe now, right now, man. And hit that bell so you can get all those notifications. Some videos just popped up on your screen to get more in depth into the channel. Look at them, click them, and indulge. Stay unplugged from false narratives. I'm out. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.